All right, so here we are, Cuyahoga Valley National Park. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning. It rained a few days ago, so it's gonna be a little muddy. And that's cool. We're ready for that. But it's gonna be a bit of an adventure here, guys. If you've never been to Cuyahoga Valley National Park, I highly suggest you do it. This place is amazing. And I don't know if this is true or not, but I read a statistic that on some years, this gets more visitors than Yellowstone. And I think it's probably a convenience thing. I think most people would probably like to go to Yellowstone, but still, kind of an interesting fact. It's super bright, it's super sunny. We got 2 cameras with us today. We've got our Lumix. This is an old G7 that I've turned into infrared. So we've got this for infrared photography. And then we have something new that we're gonna play around with that I don't think I've ever showcased on a video before. But while it's bright and sunny and we have these spots of lights coming through the trees, we'll just hold on to the infrared for now, because this is kind of the environment that this will thrive in. Once we get further into the trees and the shade of the trees takes over, then we'll move over to the other camera. All right, for now, we're gonna start hiking. Let's go. While we're hiking right now, you can probably hear a lot of traffic. And I was watching another YouTube video where a guide was talking about how he's been to so many different national parks in America and how strange it was to hear traffic pretty much from any place in the park here in Cuyahoga Valley. And that is true. There are major roads that kind of run throughout the whole park. And I'm sure also partly for convenience, a lot of the main attractions that people go to are really off of those roads. So you do hear, you know, big logistics trucking pretty much everywhere. By contrast, Yosemite, which I used to go to a lot, once you got away from the few roads that sort of ran through it, you didn't hear much traffic at all. But what you did hear at all times of the day, at almost all points of the season, were a lot of people. Those stairs that we just walked down can be murder though. If you've hiked for a really long day and now you have to climb those steps. That part can suck. We're also carrying about 20 pounds of gear on our backpack, which for some people is nothing, but not for me. I am a lightweight. One of the things that's cool about this area is that it's got a lot of sort of rural style homes. So right now you can smell somebody heating their home with wood. And I just love that smell. It smells like cabin, it smells like campfire. Lots of childhood memories right there. All right, once we reach this spot here, this will basically act as the end of our second hill ascent. This is all of the up that we will do until we are on our way back. All right, the official lens cap is coming off. You can see there on the front of this kind of ruby colored lens. That is our super color infrared lens. This camera has been converted to IR. And we've walked for like what, 20, 30 minutes and we still haven't taken a photo. We will here in a second. More importantly, we'll see if this camera works. I converted it myself a couple years ago. And you know, a process like that, it's always a little dodgy. Oh, look at this. You guys see those trees up there? That light on those trees? Let's see what we can do with that. Awesome. You won't hear me taking pictures with this because the mechanical shutter broke. I'm pretty sure I broke it. But it has an electric shutter. So that's what we're using, silent mode. All right, when we cross the street back there, just a few minutes ago, we entered what I will call the Blue Hen area. And right now I am incredibly surprised that we have not run into anybody yet. I will tell you now that this is not the first time I've walked here, not seen a single person, and then as soon as you get to the waterfall, there's like 12 photographers down there with like tripods spiked everywhere. Which is like, am I the only one? Like, first of all, I support photographers, I love photographers, but am I the only one who gets annoyed when you're not the only one? It's like, man, I love you guys. Now just go somewhere else. This is the old entrance here. And I think they closed it off specifically to really reduce both auto and foot traffic. Like 3 or 4 years ago when this was open, you couldn't even park here. Like this, it only holds like maybe 6 cars maximum. And there's another parking that's all overgrown on the other side that held about 30 or 40 cars. And I mean, this place was just swamped with people. You know, for good reason. It's beautiful. All right, well, so far so quiet. I don't know. I'm optimistically guarded at the moment. This is the water that feeds the fall. It's currently running from our left to our right. If you were to walk this, you would curve around and then right there at that bend is where the falls are. There's a huge range of contrast right now. The Buckeye Trail, if you want to hike hundreds upon hundreds of miles, that's a great hike to take. I am not that dedicated or conditioned. All right, well, right off the bat, there's nobody here at the overlook. And it sounds like we've got more water than usual too, which is, oh my gosh, we're the only ones here, ladies and gentlemen. So here's what we're gonna do. Clipping the camera with the harness. So we have both of our hands free. If you don't have a Peak Design camera clip for your backpack, it is easily one of my top 3, maybe even my top 1 accessory to get. Oh yeah, guys, we are in amazing shape. Somehow this is not muddy where everything else is, so that's a big bonus. Oh. Wow. My goodness. Everything here will be incredibly slippery even if it doesn't look like it, so I'm gonna take my time. This water is like an inch or 2 higher than normal. Sometimes you can sort of spike right there in the water itself. But yeah, we're not doing too bad. Let's get this. Wow, guys, I am beyond ecstatic. Okay, so, shall we get our other new camera out? Shall we? I think we shall. Let's do this. Lumix G7. And down here we have our brand new and already beloved OM-1 Mark II by OMSYSTEMs. So this is a brand new camera for me. I've had it for a couple months, but I have not shared it with anybody. So we get to do this together. So I do apologize if there's like the sound of cameras and buckles for the rest of the video. I know audio is can be kind of triggering. All right, that is tight. We don't know how long we have until people show up. It could be any second now. So we're gonna put some effort into this. All right, we're spiking. Lens cap is off. We have a feature on this camera called Live ND, meaning that we can sort of do ND filter style water motion trails without actually having a ND filter. So let's do it. Isn't that crazy? All right. Let's move up and over here. This could be a good spot. So we can get there, and then there's some stuff over here that we might look at as well. That is awesome. All right, so now we're gonna turn live ND off, and we're just gonna get some pictures without it. Don't need it for every single photo, you know what I mean? See, we can't hear the trucks now, can we? Oh my God, so many cameras. I mean, we got 4 cameras right now. We have 2 action cameras. Okay. So now the plan is to hike down the river if we can. Oh, but first let's get one more photo over here. One more. From the water. From the water. So sometimes we can just hike straight through the water, but I don't think that's gonna happen here. So, apologize, but the cameras are gonna go back on the straps for a second. Sorry about the knocking sound. Wow. The fact that we just had that with nobody here is awesome. Okay, just checking lens caps. Wouldn't be the first time I left a lens cap at the waterfall. Okay. Let's go a little further, shall we? I think so. So I have absolutely biblical reactions to poison ivy, and once the season gets on, this path is going to be filled with it. But actually right now, even though I've seen some, I haven't seen an insane amount of it, so that's good. It's also why I tend to wear, so slippery, long pants, even on hot days. Wow, look at this, guys. Let's put this on here. There's a bug on us here. Go away, bug. I don't have a polarizing filter or anything like that. I know that's a must for a lot of people when you're out photographing water. I just didn't want to have the hassle of it today. And I knew we were going to get a picture of the waterfall, and sometimes the reflection of the waterfalls when you're doing slow shutter speed, that's the thing, right? You don't actually want to get rid of that. You don't want to mitigate the reflections. You're using them to your advantage. So, all right, we're crossing a slippery. How is this right here? It's a little juicy. Oh boy, that was really juicy. All right, guys, we've gone from hiking and nature to adventure photography real quick here. All right. Oh, look at these flowers right here with the light coming on them. We're here for nature in all of its forms. The flora, the fauna, the water. Let's go see what's back here real quick. I don't know if it's worth trying to. And the water's a little lower, which I understand. This is not deep, but 1 or 2 inches makes a big difference when you're trying to get under really small spaces and not trying to get yourself completely covered in mud. So I do think we will try right here among these class 17 rushing rapids. That guy is really slippery. There we go. All right. The little bonkers. Hey, birds. We're definitely in an area where I'm not seeing anywhere near as many footsteps. Just a tranquil little scene right there, that's all. Oh, guys. Look at this. I do believe we are close to our destination. This is like the remnant of an old mill or something. I don't actually know the history, but this feels very sort of mill purpose, don't you think? bugs. All right, this is gonna be our second waterfall, guys. All right, let's put this guy away and start doing doing some camera work. Go. You guys okay? All right, I am locked. I am like locked in there. I don't want the same thing that just happened to the action camera to happen to the camera. You know what I'm saying? And right now it just looks absolutely amazing. Look how clean and scoured the rocks are. I mean, it has rained, so I'm guessing that has a lot to do with it. All right, there we go. Good Lord. It's a little bit more of a straight on shot here. All right, let's do the following. I'm going to put the infrared camera away. He's done for the day. We're gonna take this guy off the tripod now. All right. I suddenly looked up and there was a person there. Wasn't ready for that. Yeah, kind of back where it's supposed to be. Kind of back where it's supposed to be. And then we are up and out. This way, let's go. I feel like look at that rock right there. Doesn't even look real. Looks like a staged object. All right, we got everything back. All right. Shoo-wee. Careful, bud. Back the way we came. Mostly. All right, yeah, let's do our river hiking extravaganza. We must be like be marching out of here on the tail end of the rush, because I'm starting to hear people in the distance. Man, just how cool is this? I don't know anything about geology. I actually don't even know what I'm looking at. Like I do creative direction for companies and I take photos. So it's like the fact that these blocks are like just perfectly flat. It's nature, obviously, but it's just like, I don't know, it's just so cool. It's just so cool. All right, do we risk the slippery moss-covered rocks? We do right now. Whew, lordy. I mean, trying to get to that spot there because we'll then be on the outside of the bend. Looks like there's a, well, I don't know. We'll find out. Stay tuned. I think we're going to try to cross here. That side looks a little less sticky. This is why, like, nice hiking shoes are worth their weight in cash dollars. And these weren't even expensive. water skeeter bug. So far my feet are dry, by the way, even though my shoes look wet. So just setting expectations, that's all. Oh, right there. Let's go over there. That is path. We have chosen to ignore that. I'm just going to be crossing this lake several times here. The Rake Lake. Here we go. I'm no bird photographer and I just proved it. Couldn't get them. I can't tell if there's more or less mosquitoes. I can tell you that these things here have spikes. Okay, there we go. Okay. That was just a lot of meandering right there. A meandering adult doing meandering adult things. There we go. Now, if I was just wearing waders, which may be something I look into next time, if we just had waders, we would just plow through the water. Oh, this is definitely a lot of poison ivy right back then. All right, enough talking. More whoa, no. I've come through this place before. It sucks. We're going this way. Here we go. We just bypassed more thorn bushes than you've ever seen in your whole life. All right, cool. We're marching on. Okay. we're just like going back and forth from one side to the other over and over and over again. So it's gonna be time to pick a side here. And that is what we're going to do right now. And this is our side. And again, you guys, you're so adventurous. Right there. All right. What keeps the GoPro on is a strong magnet, and so maybe a stronger magnet is needed. All right. More adventuring. But I mean, isn't it like more fun to like be out here doing this than whatever the other version is, just always being on the path? Our feet did finally get a little wet back there though. So we have finally entered wet foot territory. All right. We're gonna come up this river and just look like an absolute madman. Children are gonna run for the hills. Probably, like rightfully so, but still. Look at this. Look at this moment right here. Hold on, backtrack. Look at this moment. Some areas of this kind of give me a little bit of that mountain stream vibe. All right. Avoid. Oh, we know where we are. We remember that. Got a lot brighter. It's gotten a little bit warmer, but not too bad. Almost really lost you guys that time. We got saved by the power cord. Big time saved by the power cord there. Oh no, a bug landed on me, and I went to go flick it off of my head, and it just sent my glasses into the drink. Everything is like going, everything is falling apart here in the last leg of this endless journey. Okay. Let's see here. You first, camera people. Yay. All right. I'm just kind of wondering which side's the best side, you know what I mean? Let's do this. Hello again. All right, the sunglasses are back on. Oh boy. Much slippier. All right, let's go. Oh man, look how beautiful this place is. I give up. I give up. Guys, if you could see the shape, if you guys could see the shape and the condition that this action camera is in right now, you just say stop putting it through these, to whatever it is you're putting this thing through. All right. I think we've thrown the action camera into the dirt more than enough. You guys ready? Let's go. Making sure it's clean there for y'all. Nothing is worse than like watching an action cam video and the action camera is dirty or wet. We kind of just got a few feet from the sun and the whole mood changed. Look how cool this place just looks right now. All right, let's go up. All right, and this brings us right back to the falls. There's the overlook right in front of us. it's still surprisingly empty. Anybody down there? Nobody. Impressive. All right, guys. Time for the egress. Man, it went from nobody parked here to a lot of people, huh? What time is it? 11:43. So we got here at 9 and it's about 12, so that's 3 hours of hiking. We'll take it. All right, guys, and as we round this corner to the car, thank you, as always, for hanging out with me. I will check you in the next video. Peace.